Hey guys, what's going on? TJ here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we just got some bullshit going on, as usual, but got some things wrong with the car that I kind of want to take a look at. And it's nothing really major, it's just kind of more of annoyance and will eventually lead to some problems in the future. So, as you all may know, I have an exhaust cutout. What that does basically is dump the exhaust right about here under the floor, and that has come loose over time. It's starting to rattle upon startup, and also you can hear the turbo spool coming from that when it's closed. Not very good. I've had experience before where the cutout, the butterfly valve in the cutout would essentially just kind of give out and it'd stay open all the time. Now that's not really normally a problem, but I have close neighbors and my car's in an enclosed garage, so when I start it up at 7 in the morning, it's like a fucking earthquake. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look to see what could be going on, and I want to take you guys with. So just so you guys can hear what I'm talking about, I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to hear it in the video, but so we got the rattling and we got the leaking in the cutout, and there's a huge vibration, which is the cutout valve, the dump tube it's smacking the underside of the car over by the tunnel. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, and then hopefully you guys can hear the rattle. You guys can't hear it now, but it's a warm start, but trust me that it does rattle. It's kind of annoying. I'll see if you guys can hear. I can smell the exhaust already, which isn't good, but I'll see if you guys can hear the little rattle. No, it's not doing it for me either over there. Whatever. That was a rattle right at the end of that. So basically the exhaust is hitting the underside of it, and I need to fix it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. First things first is we're gonna get this car up on some ramps in the front, and then probably just jack up the rear end. I'm trying to figure out remember the exhaust layout, but yeah, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright guys, so there's my cutout. It's right there. This is where the exhaust gets bypassed. And so that's the downpipe right there. It's kind of hard to see. And there's the cutout. That's how it works. And then there's the resonator. And then it goes back to the exhaust, to the back of the car. So as you can see, it's kind of a bit of a tight space over here. And we need to kind of fix that to see why it is rattling and why it is leaking. So we'll probably have to unbolt those two bolts down there at the flange, and then pull this guy down, this whole piece right there. It'll drop once we loosen up those bolts, and then we can probably try taking off the cutout and see how that works. So let's go and give it a shot. All right, guys, so here's a better look of the cutout. So right there, that is my downpipe, and that's going back, and there's the cutout. So when the switch is open, the butterfly valve in there opens up and the exhaust gets dumped out through here. And when you close it, the diverter valve that's in that housing closes, and the rest of the exhaust gases go through there. So I found out that the rattling is actually back there, right over where it turns, right somewhere over there where sorry, it's all sideways and shit, where the exhaust bends right there. So we're gonna have to fix this over here. So what I plan on doing is, oops, sorry, switching hands, kind of awkward laying on the ground here. So what we're gonna have to do is undo that bolt right up there, and then this will allow us to disconnect the stump pipe and see what the hell is going on with that cutout up there. Maybe the butterfly valve in there is loose, could be damaged for all we know, I'm not really sure. So we'll need to grab a deep socket. Maybe that's a 10 mil, I want to say, maybe a 12, I don't know, I don't really guess sizes. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get done with that. Alright, so it actually is a 13. I was right, I don't know if I said 13 or not, but whatever. So we're going to go ahead and loosen it up, and I actually found what it's smacking. It's smacking this center brace right here. So there's not really much clearance between the exhaust pipe and the brace. I'm really sorry if the camera angles are all like upside down. It's only because I'm trying to do this while under the car. So as you guys can see, that's the floor. That's the car. Floor, car. I am on my back, if you guys can see me. Probably not, I mean, that's a good thing. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen that up, and we're gonna go ahead and take this off. So I'm gonna put her down just like this. Hopefully you guys can see what the hell I am looking at. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that now. Now that the GoPro is laying on its back and facing upwards. If you guys come over here, this is the whole cutout assembly. Sorry, I don't mean to be dragging it on the ground, but the motors are usually pretty stout. What I find out from experience is that they only usually last a year or two, and the motor will either give out or get stripped if you do something to it itself. Like if the blade is open and then you go to close it and it gets locked and you try to push it in there, then just end up stripping the gears. So don't do that. But mostly I find that I'm afraid that this pipe is gonna fall down and smash me in my face and then kill me. And I'm laying on a rock. That hurts my head. Oops. The problem is I don't know if I'll be able to get this thing back on. This V-band clamp. That's pretty loose. And then I just need to do it some more. Alright you guys, so this is the cutout. That's bronze right there, right where that screw is. That's the whole butterfly valve. So when it opens, that valve opens up and allows the gas to come out that way. Pretty cool, frees up some horsepowers. Beautiful sound if you're catless. And we'll see. And it just makes an amazing sound. So I was tapping on it and I don't feel anything loose. Nothing's really loose at all from what I can see, so I don't really know what's causing it to leak or start up. So I noticed that there are some Allen keys there, so I will go ahead and try to tighten those up if they are loose. I don't know what size they are. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that and try to figure this out with you guys. Alright guys, so here's the deal. At first it was making a smacking sound, meaning some part of the exhaust was smacking the tunnel of the exhaust tunnel, and there was a rattling noise, and it sounded like there was some sort of leaking noise. So I figured out two of the three. The first one is where I showed you guys earlier. It's kind of hard to see because I was kind of turning and twisting the camera, but the part of the exhaust where it bends, there's a brace that's there, and when the car moves from starting the engine right, and the exhaust pipe will smack that brace, and that's what that smacking noise is. I thought it was coming towards like near the rear axle where it does a double bend. I thought somewhere in there it was smacking somewhere, something, the frame or whatever, but it was actually the brace that's back there that's smacking the exhaust. It's just an exhaust brace. It's not very sturdy enough to kind of support any sort of suspension sway or anything like that, but I'm not an engineer, so take that with a grain of salt. Pretty big grain of salt. Now the next one is that there is a vibrating or tinny noise that kind of indicated that something with a cutout was loose, like the butterfly valve or what have you. showing you guys the whole butterfly valve assembly, the motor, and the dump tube that was part of it. I took it all apart, removed the dump tube, tapped on the butterfly valve, and I didn't hear anything. It was pretty solid to me. I even took a, what was it, a 1/4 inch ratchet or something like that, and tapped it. I didn't hear nothing move. So what I noticed was that taking off the dump tube, the nut on the V-band clamp was loose. I mean, it took very little effort to turn the wrench. So I'm guessing because of the movement of the exhaust, with it warming up and the metal expanding and contracting due to the heat and cooling off, that loosened perhaps, or it wasn't even tight to begin with. I don't really know, but that nut probably loosens up the V-band clamp because it's not tight, and it kind of rattles it, and that's probably what we were hearing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is take care of the bracing, and also take care of the V-band clamp. Now, where is, I just had it. Here is my original dump tube, and let me show you guys the one that I had on the car. All right, so here's the original one. Looks pretty cool, right? Awesome. Love the way it sounded. This is, I would assume this is a 2.5 inch or 3 inch dump tube. So here's the original one, guys. This is what was on the car to begin with. Pretty long, and there was an issue with this portion of the dump tube smacking the underside of the exhaust tunnel, so they kind of dented it. It's whatever. Makes it work, I guess. I mean, it's just an exhaust. And he just kind of made this cool little cutout. So I believe this is a 3 inch. So this is a 2 3/4 inner diameter, meaning the whole entire circle here where the exhaust flows through. But total, this is just a 3 inch cutout, or a dump tube rather. You guys can see that, 3 inches. It's just a little tiny bit more than 3 inches, but we'll just call it 3 inches for now. And the inner diameter is approximately 2 3/4. Oh, I'm sorry, 2.5. Because what I have on there now is a 2.5 inch cutout. Now, this flange is what I want to put on. It's a bit shorter. This is the original one that I had on there. As you can see, it was lower to the ground, so it smacked the ground and created sparks, which was pretty cool, but not very convenient. So this one is 2 3/4 inner diameter and about almost 3 1/4 outside diameter. Now what I'm gonna try to do is replace this with this, just because it's shorter. I don't know if it's gonna make any sound difference or not. Maybe, who knows. And we're gonna take care of that brace. So I'm gonna try to get you guys some good footage for that, but you know, I'm just laying under the car. I'm kind of tilting and twirling the GoPro around. So let's go ahead and get that started. So don't be afraid to work on your car, guys, and figure out the noise. Do as much as you possibly can, as you potentially can. I thought it was something major. I went in the car and actually started shaking shit, and I thought the original smacking problem was kind of towards the rear axle, but I figured out it was the brace, because there's very little clearance between the exhaust pipe and the brace. And I took apart the V-band clamp and the exhaust cutout, and nothing was wrong with the butterfly valve, and it turned out to be a loose nut on the V-band clamp itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and push yourself towards more knowledge of the car. I kind of just figured it out. I mean, I kind of know, you know, good amount about cars and fixing them and performance shit. So don't be afraid to take that chance, guys. Okay, so let's get under the car and fix this stuff. So the original dump tube fits, and I actually got the V-band clamp on there, so now it's a bit shorter, which is awesome. And the slapping, the bracing has been fixed as well. So I'm just going to tighten this guy up now. So there we go. There is the V-band clamp with the original turn down or dump tube, and the V-band clamp is on there pretty tight. I tightened it down as much as I could without over torquing it, and we'll see how that goes. Make sure it doesn't rattle or nothing. Pretty solid as a rock. And I will go ahead and tighten these bolts up. Well, actually this one I loosened up just to kind of get some more wiggle room. Oops. So hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If it's something that you guys like, go on and hit that like button for me. And let me know down in the comments down below of any noises that you heard in your car. And if you figured them out and to what it was, I'm happy I was able to do this. The third noise that I heard were leaking. We'll see if it was actually the V-band clamp. So let me know what you guys think down below. And thanks for staying with me for this for so long. And I appreciate it, guys. So let's go ahead and do a double check, make sure everything's tightened up, and then I'll meet you guys inside the car. Okay, guys, so we just got done double checking and tightening everything up. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. I'm gonna put the GoPro right next to the cutout or close to it, so you guys can hear the effects of it closing up. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Having a bit of a refreshment, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up. It's going to be a somewhat cold start. It's gonna idle down, and I'll flip the switch. You can almost hear it immediately. It's probably like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, so I won't be revving or nothing, but you guys will be able to hear the turbo spool. So here we go. So you guys, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed that footage. Hope you enjoyed the audio, more in particular. So that was the difference between a regular exhaust system and a cutout too. So let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate it. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, don't be afraid to get under your car or try to figure out what's wrong. If you hear a noise or something, if you guys have any issues with your car, please drop it down below. I will do my best to help you guys out or point you in the correct direction. Usually Facebook groups or forums will have the answers for you guys. And don't forget to look up the stuff on YouTube about it. How to change the oil, how to check brakes, diagnose AC issues or what have you. Thank you guys for watching. I'm happy you guys were with me when I was trying to figure this stuff out. I really appreciate it. There will be more videos coming out, so make sure you guys check them out and hit that subscribe button. Also, click on the bell and enable all notifications so that you guys can see my videos coming out. So, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care. Have a great day. Come on, you guys didn't really think I was going to end the video without a sound clip, right? I know you guys better than that. Enjoy.